Welcome everyone to the Gran Turismo live stream, live playthrough here on the channel. Hope you guys are excited for this one. I know you guys have been loving the classic Gran Turismo content, and today I'm bringing it back. And hopefully, I'm already having controller issues. That's great. Duck Station and I have not been playing very nicely when it comes to controllers the last little bit. It's obvious to me that I'm having some controller related issue here. I don't know why it's been like this. It's been such an issue with this stuff lately. It's been driving me nuts. I have to constantly rebind my controller, which, as you can imagine, is frustrating. One day I'll be able to figure this out and figure out why it does this, because it's very annoying. It's like it can't decide how it wants to class my my DualSense, since I use a DualSense instead of normal controllers here. Make sure I got that right. Okay, should be good to go now. Let me unpause Duck Station. Perfect. Okay. Let me turn the volume up so you guys can actually hear the game now, because I turned it down just because the music got quite noisy there. And I need you guys to let me know. That's probably a little bit noisy for y'all. There we go. That's probably better. I'm deaf probably now. This thing's really loud. But alright. Welcome to Gran Turismo 1. I've never played this game all the way through, much like Gran Turismo 2 Plus, like when we played through that. This will be kind of the same concept as that video series, as well as our Forza 4 live streams have been lately, where we will be playing through the game live and treating it as if we were doing a Let's Play, but you guys get to see and influence it in real time, and, we treat this as a bit of a Q&A as well. You guys get to talk to me throughout this and have fun. Originally, I was planning to finish Forza 4 first and then move into Gran Turismo 1, but I decided, you guys loved the GT2 content. What better than to do effectively the same thing on the older game live? Like, you guys get to see this in real time. And once Project A-Spec launches in its entirety, we may also do something on that there, because you guys also really love the Project A-Spec content. But yeah, I've never played through the original, my first Gran Turismo. I'll give you guys kind of a brief history on me. My first Gran Turismo was Gran Turismo 3. I was born in 1999, so I missed out on Gran Turismo 1 and 2, for that matter, when they were in their newish time period. I was 3 or 4 years old when I first got to play Gran Turismo 3. So a couple years after it launched, I began playing Gran Turismo pretty much right before GT4 launched. But while playing GT3, I didn't get to play GT4 as a kid. I grew up kind of in I don't necessarily want to say poor family, but a family that had other priorities instead of buying video games for their kids, I guess. I had more practical things to play around with as a kid. And of course, I was also, as the name of the channel suggests, heavily into Pokemon. So that took up a lot of my time as well. So I missed out on GT4. I got GT5 Prologue from a Blockbuster. I played through that. I own a copy of the game now. Played GT5 at launch, GT6 at launch, GT Sport at launch, and GT7 at launch. But 1, 2, and 4 were the ones I missed out on as a kid. And I've owned a physical copy of 1 and 2 for a very long time now. And, just never was able to finish either one of them, because I just found myself playing the newer releases that I was more familiar with growing up, and I was more nostalgic with 3 and 4 in particular. But anyway, let's get started with our GT1 Let's Play and see if I can have a newfound appreciation for this game. Now, for me, as the kind of a car enthusiast I am, this is probably going to shock the majority of y'all, unless you know my other channel. I'm a Euro car guy. I love European cars, and that was always one of my biggest hurdles I had to get over when it came to this game, because you get Aston Martin and TVR as your lone European representatives. No Audi, no Porsche, no BMW, no Volkswagen. Just Aston Martin and TVR, two British companies. My specialty is more in the German side of things. So I also do love JDM stuff, but Euro stuff's kind of my go-to. But we're gonna play around a little bit, see what cars that we can get for our first car. Mitsubishi obviously can't afford anything new. I have a lot of love for the Evo. You guys saw in the GT2 stuff. The Evo dominated my first playthrough on GT2 Plus, especially in the late game. But it looks like the cheapest Evo is 22 grand, which obviously we don't have that much money. Let's see, what was the newest? The Evo 4 was the newest when this game came out. I like that. Evo 4 is kind of a good choice there, but obviously can't afford it. But I love the Evo 4. Used to be my favorite Evo. The Evo 6 has become my favorite. Let's see, we got Mazda. Obviously, we're not gonna be able to afford anything too crazy. We got some FC RX-7s, which is a good choice. I don't think these were turbos though. I think these were just the regular. Oh, this one is a turbo. Okay, so that might be an option there. You got an FC RX-7. Hopefully you guys are able to hear me. Let me know if the music of the game's overpowering you guys and you guys can't hear me for any reason. We got some Miatas, obviously. That's a good option as well. But not really sure I want to go that route. Miatas, while they're really good in real life for entry-level racing, they're not my personal choice. I'm more of a 944 kind of guy. Nissan. Okay. Now, fun fact, if it's in this game, I would love to see it. I would totally cop it. It does not appear to be. My dad used to own a Z31 300ZX non-turbo, so I was really hoping to see the Z31 hiding in this somewhere. I think it debuted in GT4 because I've never seen it in any of the other GT games. R52 GTS 25 Type S might be a good option. I think this is an NA. Yeah, this is an NA RB. Obviously, the GTST Type M is probably the better option here, but you know, let's see. Let's go Toyota. Let's check out Toyota. Toyota's got to have some good choices. We have the Mark III Supra. Okay, this is probably one of the better options here. It's got pretty good numbers. It's a little on the heavier side. Well, it's actually, I guess it's not that bad in comparison to the majority of cars, including its successors, outside of the new Supra. We have, well, our options are limited to just Supras and an A86. Is this one white? Oh, it's even white. Could go deliver some tofu or something. Let's see. I always started out with the old Mazda RX-7. That's what I'm leaning towards because I get a lot of the benefits of the Mark III in terms of power and tunability while also getting a lighter chassis. So that might be where we go. Honda and Acura. Alright, so if I wanted to give my friend Kaysen, who you guys may have seen in the GT7 video we just did, any love here, obviously this would be the car I'd pick. He owns a Del Sol SI in real life. But I think, honestly, there are better cars to start off with. And it looks like my options are limited to Preludes and Del Sols and a EG hatch, which I'm not going to complain too much about. I love EG hatches, but, you know, I would much rather get into something a little bit faster than a Del Sol or Prelude, this, you know, to really ramp up early in the game. The NSX, obviously, is well out of range. As nice it would be to have an NSX at this point in the game. Let's see what else there is. I think that's about all the brands that have used dealers, except for maybe Subaru. I think we skipped over Subaru. I would not be opposed if there's a 6-cylinder Subaru hiding in here. Which I don't know for sure if the EZ30 was built during this time. I see the SVX. Let's see. Oh, anyway, everything's too expensive, so darn. Is there a legacy wagon with the 6? Let's see. Nope. Flat 4 turbo. Was hoping for a EZ30. I love that motor. All right. So I think that about covers everybody. I don't think, yeah, Chevrolet doesn't have a new car dealer. I highly doubt Aston does, and if they did, it would be way too expensive anyway. TVR, but Dodge. Dodge does not. Okay, so that leaves us with all the Japanese options. And really, there's only 2 options for me that I'm really interested in playing around with, and that's the FC and the Mark III Supra. And while usually my love for the Supra would edge out here, I think I am going to give the RX-7 the overall final bid here. We have another GTX here, which obviously is probably going to be a better option because it's the same car and it's cheaper. So yeah, 202 horsepower, which doesn't sound like a lot, but 2,700 pound curb weight. The Supra weighs 3,400 and only makes, I think, like 30 or 40 more horsepower. So this is probably the better option for now. So yeah, now we got the FC. See if we can get some parts for it, just to kind of kick us off here. Doesn't look like I can't even do the sport muffler. We do tires. Is there a tire upgrade we can bump up to? Doesn't look like it. Yeah. Yeah, not enough money. Really for anything, honestly. What about computer? Can't even do the computer upgrade. What the heck? Darn. Oh well. We'll make some money. Alright. So let's go race. Let's do our first thing. I've never really given this game the time of day, so looks like really to do anything I'm going to need a license. Let's do special events. Yeah, I mean, looks like my first stop is going to be the license place. Unless I want to do a spot race, we could always do that just to kind of get familiar with the game a little bit. Are you playing this blind? Is this the first time you're playing GT1? It is, actually. Like I said, I completely missed out on this game as a kid because, you know, I was born 2 years after it launched. So I was, you know, a baby. You know, when GT2... Well, I was a baby when Gran Turismo 3 came out, honestly. Almost at 500. I know, I'm stoked. I mean, this channel grew way faster than I expected it to. The GT2 stuff just really blew this channel up, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. It's been really fun to watch. But I guess let's go get a license. We can do some of the more other stuff. I think this is as most as I've played of this game, is the first license test. I really haven't played much of GT1, so this is a new experience for me. As, you know, you guys will get to see my first reaction playing this. Alright, obviously MT. Holy heavy flywheel. Come on, let's go. GT1 is pretty bare compared to 2, but all around solid too. And that's always been my thing. I've always played GT2 over GT1 because there's a lot more content in it, but I feel like it's just time. You know, I've thrown GT1 under the rug. I've owned a copy of it for years. And yeah, I mean, you know, why not give it a shot? There's probably a lot I'll see that is in this game and GT2 that I liked. Dang, I was a little bit too soon on the brakes. Did I pass it still? Perfect, I'll take it. Oh, wow, silver, okay. We'll just put TM for now, for the channel. Okay, let's go session 2. Okay, same thing, but now we're in the 3000 GT. I don't think these actually rev to 8,000, though. I'd love to see that, though. I've been playing so much GT7, I need to respect the classics a little bit. Maybe I should do a video on GT7. If you guys want to see me do a commentary on Gran Turismo 7, let me know. I know plenty of channels have done it, and they probably would have done it better than I can. But, you know, it's always nice just to get an idea. Come on, brakes, brakes, brakes. That was money right there. What? I fully expected that'd be a gold. I mean, I'll take the bronze. I don't really care that much. I'm not going for all golds. I was doing the new GT7 licenses recently. Evil. The master licenses? I haven't even tried the master ones yet, honestly, because I already know they're going to kill me. My favorite song in the whole game, when I listen to it, nobody can stop me. It's like Never Enough by Papa Roach and GT3. Anytime that came on, I, for some reason, turned into Michael Schumacher. I could just go and shred when that song came on. Or Supernova Goes Pop by what was that band called? Something 5000. Has it Power Man 5000? Power Man 3000? I'm a bit of a metalhead, so bands like that always get my attention. Oh, was I supposed to stop? Oh, okay. The master ones are brutal. Got all gold in the original, and I will accept nothing less. I think I got all golds on the National B license, and then I just stopped caring because I was just like, I'm just trying to make sure I can do the rest of the races. I may go back and do that, though. I get some golds. I think I got a gold on one of the S ones, but it's always in one of the cars I know. Because for some reason on GT7, I'm really at my best in Group 1 and Group Group 1. That's my best thing. It's like whether it's like a 787, the 962. My personal one's the 919. It's my favorite. Yeah. When did you play GT4 for the first time? How long was it after you got GT3? So GT3, like I said, my first game. My dad bought it. When it came out, I assume I was, obviously 2 years old when the game came out. I started playing that when I was like 3.5, 4 years old, somewhere in there. I didn't get GT4 until 2015, I think. I played GT3 all the way up to 2009, not knowing Gran Turismo 4 even existed, and Gran Turismo 5 is coming out. And I was completely oblivious to it. I was just like, okay. And I was like, I'm missing out on something. And so once I was old enough to, get an allowance and get some money together, I bought a copy of GT4. And I think I got it from a GameStop for like $5. Disc only. The disc never worked for the first little bit. And then out of nowhere it started working. I don't know if I was just, my laser was bad on my PS2 or what. But I skipped over GT4, played 5 Prologue, played 5, played 6, and then finally got 4. So my Gran Turismo history is wild. My favorite GT game. Honestly, I'm torn. I would say 3 is probably my most nostalgic because, like I said, I played it from like 2003 to 2009. I mean, I played it almost daily. I'd wake up at 6 in the morning every morning, wake my parents up, play Gran Turismo 3 for the majority of the day. I would get upset when we go on vacation, not because I didn't want to go on vacation, but because I couldn't take the PlayStation with me to play Gran Turismo 3 when we were like, in somewhere else. We go on like the two times I've ever been on a cruise ship. I was butthurt I couldn't take the Gran Turismo 3 with me because like I said, I didn't know GT4 or for that matter GT on PSP existed. I didn't even have a PSP growing up. But GT5, in my opinion, is probably my favorite because it has like a lot of elements of 3 that I liked, and it also has a lot of elements from 4 that I liked that I would come to like when I played 4 finally. So it's honestly a hard decision, but my favorites are probably that 3, 4, and 5 era. I actually was like one of the few people that liked GT5 Prologue. Like I said, that game's kind of nostalgic too. It's the last time I'd ever been to a Blockbuster was I got that game before they went the wayside. Oh wow, okay. Having to get used to the physics. I'm rebounding from GT7, so I appreciate you being a connoisseur of the series. I've been playing GT since diapers. Me and my brothers and aunt would grind the game, but I've only met one person in life who played outside of fam. Yeah, my family was the opposite. I was the only person who really played it. My dad was more into Need for Speed. He played a lot of Need for Speed Underground 2. An absolute gem of a game. And my brother wasn't really into cars. Still, he's like in the middle. And me and him would kind of play GT3 sometimes. If we weren't playing Lego Star Wars, me and him were playing GT3. And that was always my go-to game. I was really the only person that played. I didn't have any friends that played it in school. I think the only racing games me and my friends, if you can call it that, when I was in elementary school, I was kind of an outcast. We played mostly Midnight Club 3. That was a game we all played in common. It wasn't really until recently where now my cousins are playing it. I got 2 cousins that play it now, and we're actually in the middle of trying to get started on an esports endurance championship on there. So if any of you guys play GT7 and want to get involved in that, let me know. We need people. We need some seats filled. One of my best friends plays it, obviously, with Kaysen, as you guys saw. And my brother kind of does. When GT7 first dropped, he played it with me a little bit. We didn't really play a lot together, but we would, whenever one of us was on our family PS4 at the time, we would play. So yeah, I mean, we kind of trade off. But yeah, I mean, outside of that, I mean, really no one in my family played it. I was always the one like, hey, we should play Gran Turismo, guys. And everyone was like, But I love the series. It's always been one of my top 2, like, it's where the name of this channel came from. I'm a big Pokemon guy and a big Gran Turismo guy, and it's probably the series I'm most passionate about. Because like Pokemon has its day sometimes where it drops the ball, and outside of GT Sport, Oh, okay, that was a weird twitch. You know, I don't think GT's done a whole lot of wrong. And the physics in this game are there's some adjustment, taking some adjustment. Even from GT2. I've realized I don't have the stamina I used to. I got like 10 races before I'm pooped. Yeah, our races we do, we treat it like a full race weekend in real life. We do a practice session, a qualifying session, and then the actual race is 40 minutes. So as long as you handle that, you're always welcome to join in on that because, you know, like I've done a 2-hour race on Gran Turismo and it was miserable. Because I spend a lot of time. I mean, my job, I sit. That's pretty much what I do. I work a computer job effectively. But even that was too much for me. Like I had a stiff neck, I had a backache and all that kind of stuff after that. So I can only really, I'm like, I get it. I can only do like a couple of races before I'm like, I got to stand up and stretch, or else I'm gonna be dying over here. Okay, this feels pretty good. This is high speed ring. I can do one 40-minute race in a week. Hey, that's all we do. That's all we do. So I mean, if you like you said, if either of you guys want in on that series, my PSN should be around here somewhere. But if not, I can type it in chat real fast. I think GT Sport is one of the worst, beaten only by GT1. It's been so revolutionary for its time, but nowadays it's getting pretty outdated for today's standards. That's my opinion on GT1 as well. Like from the outside looking in until now, maybe this game will give me a newfound appreciation for it. But I've always looked at it as just the oldie game. You know, it's outdated. GT2 did a better job, kind of thing. But like I said, who knows? Maybe this will give me a newfound appreciation for it. But yeah, GT Sport is not my favorite. I played it for quite a bit after it launched, but that's the only time I've ever considered Forza a superior game. I played a handful of the Forza series. Forza 6 was my first one. And that was one of the few times I would go on record and say that Forza was a better game. GT Sport was just kind of a letdown. I mean, I get what they were doing, but I was just like, eh. So GT Sport is absolutely awful. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I burnt myself grinding the 30-minute Sarthe for that 800k. That race was hard, from what I hear. I never actually did it. Pretty much once I got past the main story, if you can call it that, of that game, I stopped really caring for the menu books. Unless there's like a 6-star roulette involved, then I get involved. But I haven't done that 30-minute Sarthe race. Don't get me wrong, GT1 is the game of my childhood, but it definitely feels bare bone compared to GT2. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like I said earlier, as a European car enthusiast, I love German cars, and there's none in this game. Whereas GT2 had the Mark IV GTI, for crying out loud, which as a GTI owner myself, I was very quick to grab. It had roof, which as a Porsche guy, I was very excited to see. Which this game, just doesn't have. I mean, this game has the, most of the Japanese, and then Aston Martin, TVR, Dodge, and Chevrolet. I don't even think I saw Ford. Oh, that's gonna fail me. Yep. Oops. A little off-roading. A little off-road didn't hurt anybody. We'll just redline. We'll just dump it at 8,000. It's crazy to see, though, when you've played the newer games and seeing the evolution of High Speed Ring. How interesting it is. I did 30 minutes of La Sarthe about 40 times since getting GT7. The car prices take GT7 outside of the top 3 GTs for me. I can agree with that. The grinding in GT7 is atrocious. That's been my biggest complaint about it, and it's the only thing that keeps me from playing it is the grinding, because it's just, you have to do a lot of it to really accomplish anything. And until recently, they finally fixed the custom races. That's what I spend most of my time doing, are custom events, and they finally fixed it, made it tolerable. So I'll give them credit for that, but the grinding is so bad in that game. And any car that you actually would want to get, for example, like I said, I'm a big Porsche fan. I want to get, for example, the 917K. It's like a $3 or $4 million car last time I remember seeing it. Crying out loud, dude. The physics are kidding me here. I'm choking on P8. How am I choking on B8? However, it is still a great start to an amazing series nonetheless. The game blew people's minds back then. I am absolutely sure. I'm sure this game was a game changer for sim racing back in the late 90s when this came out. Sometimes I wish I was alive back then to see it. I mean, you know, see what GT1 and GT2 and be around when GT3 first launched and be alive. You know, well, not be, I was alive when GT3 launched, but, you know, be conscious enough of it. You know, they say you don't really become conscious of your memories until you're like 4 years old. So, I mean, that would be something something to remember. Is, you know, experiencing GT3 at its hype, you know, at its highest when it was new. I load up GT7, look at my money, and then close the app. I get that. You know, I'm thankful the new update fixed a lot of my complaints with GT7. The grinding especially. I jumped from like 100k to like 1.4 mil just doing custom races and stuff like that. And you know, I have a lot of fun doing custom races. I get to challenge myself a little bit. I do one make stuff sometimes with AI. I test the endurance stuff we're doing. It's going to be a multi-class series on that game. There's 4 classes we've developed, me and my friends and my cousins. So yeah, like I said, if you guys are interested in that, if you guys play GT7 and want in on like a fun series, let me know. We're always looking for extra bodies and extra seats to be filled. We've got some seats in all 4 classes up for grabs. We're doing a class that's modified street cars. We're doing a class that is Group 4 only. A class that is Group 3 and the majority of Group 2. And then our top class is Group 1 with the McLaren F1 GTR and the CLK LM. That's like our structure. So if you guys want in on that, let me know. I can leave I'll just put my PSN in the chat and pin it. That way you guys can message me on there if you guys want in on that. I think that's it verbatim there. Let me see if I can pin this. Can I pin it? There we go. I'll pin that. So there you go. And that way you guys can see my PSN if you guys want in on that series. You can get involved. You know, we need extra bodies, and I would not mind you guys getting involved. Okay, so now we've got that out of the way. We've got our license. Let's go to... Guess we'll go to GT League and go Sunday Cup. And it's 3 races. Okay. So the question is this like a success, like a back-to-back kind of thing, or is it like the later games where it's like single races? I have my top 3 as 5, 4, and 2. Then following is 7, 3, 6, 1, prologue, and then sport. I can get behind that. Oh, there's a qualifying. Okay, that's a new thing for me. Huh. I didn't think qualifying was really introduced in the GT until 3. That's kind of a cool feature, honestly. We'll do the close-up view. Get a look at the late 90s. What is 32-bit era? Or 64? I think this is 64. Yeah, I think PS1 was 64-bit era. Ah, crap. Oh, that was rough. Okay, that was something I didn't expect. They got really upset under braking there. I'm going to preface this now. I'm terrible on controller. You put me on a wheel, I can run, you know, circles around myself on a controller. This is not going well, fellas. And, you know, I'm still adjusting to the physics, so... Added watching you on the PS5 currently. Awesome, awesome. Should get a notification about that shortly. Well, actually, I don't think I'm logged in on my phone. Wow. I qualified in dead last. Wow. Dang. Well, I guess I'm going to work in this race. My own top is GT5 4 7 3 2 6 Sport 1 PSP. PSP is actually kind of fun. I don't mind PSP. I think it's better than Sport, at least. I played a lot of PSP when I finally got a PSP when I was older. I got into collecting retro if you want to call the PSP retro. Um, oh, look at that model having the aneurysm over there. That S14 did not have it. All right, let's make up some ground. Man, that load-in is pretty brutal on those models. Is that a... What's that? What's that generate? Okay, we'll just cut the grass. It's fine. I've noticed the physics are kind of... what's the word I'm looking for? Unpredictable. I'm having a hard time understanding the physics. I'm willing to bet that models, like going low polygon and coming back in high polygon, are probably just related to the fact of playing this on an emulator and I'm not playing this on actual hardware. Ah! I can't be beat by Temio. Come on, y'all. Only 2 laps. Dude, this is a short race. Down the inside. Yep, I knew that was going to happen. It snaps so hard. If I hit the brakes, it snaps. If I just turn in and let off the gas, it snaps. It's not a fan of that corner for sure. Ah! Come on. Oh no, that's not good. Well, I guess we're not winning this race. Yeah, the physics are going to take some learning. Let's see, can I restart this? Not yet. Maybe after. Take the fat L I just got handed. The physics got vastly improved in GT2 compared to its predecessor. Yeah, I mean, I noticed that GT2 has way better physics. It's just bad on the hardware too. I played GT2 this year on my PS2. It was awful. Been emulating from that point on. I emulate the games mostly just for this purpose, being able to live stream them for you guys. Okay, I'm in dead last. Oh great. Oh, it's a series. I just noticed that. Shoot. Hooray, 200 credits. I'll take it though. Yeah, I emulate it strictly for this purpose of being able to do these streams and create videos of it and stuff because I don't have a capture card that works with that older hardware. And also for graphics tweaks on GT2 whenever I was doing that playthrough. Alright, where we at? High speed ring? Let's see if I can rebound from that horrible autumn ring run. I think if I can win 2 out of 3, I'll be okay. A lot of like house music in this game, which I'm not complaining. I like house music. Like I said, I'm more of a metalhead, but you know. Just notice my mouse cursor is in the shot here. Oops, let me just do that. Send my mouse flying. Oh, it likes this track a lot better. Oh, come on. There we go. I think we might have lightly tapped the wall there. A lot of the UI is the same as GT1 or GT2 though, I'm noticing. I think that's what makes it so hard for me to tell between the two. Come on, this better be a good lap. That felt really strong. Do you think B-Spec track editor, new sets of endurance missions, and championships going to be added in GT7 for future updates? I'm kind of optimistic given the effort they've put on Spec 2. I sure hope so. I think B-Spec would be nice for just passive grinding for people who, you know, just want to get the money together but don't want to actively be sitting in front of the chair, sitting in front of the screen. It's brutal, and I think if they're going to keep the current way the game economy is built, B-Spec and passive income in the game is going to be important. Track editor would be nice to see. Track editor would be very nice to see, honestly, because that way older tracks like Seattle, at least in sense of their layout, would be nice to have back. Endurance missions would be great, longer ones probably for people who, you know, want to do longer endurance racing. Like myself, I mean, 30 minutes is, 30 minutes. I would love to have at least. Well, I think honestly the ones that are in are fine. I think just having more of them, 1 hour events might be fine. And championships would be nice too. Adding some more like how they did Master License, have Master Championships. That'd be kind of fun. We need B-Spec. I cannot handle any more long race grinding. My spirit won't allow. I get that. It's brutal. High-speed ring changed remarkably in later games. It did, and I think for the better. My first experience with high-speed ring was actually GT5 Prologue. Like I said, I didn't play 4, and 3 didn't have it for some reason. But 3 did have Special Stage Route 11, which this game has as well. Let's see. Where did we qualify? I've already missed it. Are you kidding me? I qualified last again? How? This game's rigged. This game's rigged. There's no way. IMO track editor is the least likely, while championships endurance is on the most. B-Spec stands something in between. I could see that. Like, I feel like it just depends on how Polyphony feels with B-Spec, because it's like, it's never been the most popular of modes, I don't think, except for GT4, where you could set it up and fast forward through like the longer endurance races, which I've made very good use of to get the Formula GT and the Minolta in GT4 when last time I played through it. I did that off camera. I actually chronicled that a little bit during the old GT4 Let's Play I did a couple years ago. Crazy, it's been that long. Oh, a little bit of a slide there. It does not like breaking into a corner. I still can't believe I qualified in last. It's supposed to be some reverse grid or something like that. So maybe I am the fastest. I don't know. There's no chance that I'm like that slow in this game after, being fairly good at racing games, I would say. I'm not like a Jan Mardenborough or something like that. I'm not like a pro or an Igor Fraga, but I would like to say I'm halfway decent. I could probably at least place in the 100% or the 107% roll in a race with them all. I wouldn't win. I'd probably still finish dead last, but I'd like to think I can do okay. It's hard to grind in GT7, play other games, manage family time, relationships, and building my YT channel. Dude, trust me, I get that. I only play GT7 in the evenings, really, after I'm done with work for the day. Right now, I work from home, so I have a little bit more flexibility on that. But like whenever like my girlfriend and I aren't hanging out and or talking to each other, and my friends aren't wanting to do anything, and when I'm done with work, that's when I boot up my PS5 and turn GT7 on. But outside of that, I really don't mess with it too much. I hear the NMR2 behind me. I think I may have had a little bit too many slip-ups that lap. I'm noticing right away the difficulty is definitely a lot more intense than it was on GT2. And, of course, later games. I think the only game that really gave me a hard time in the early game was GT3. Because the Sunday Cup on that, we had to fight the stupid Del Sol SIR. Dude, that made life miserable for the early game. I remember I did that race for some reason when I was younger. I decided doing that race like 50 times to earn enough credits to buy an S14 was a good idea. And when I could have done other races and earned more money, I was just convinced to take on the rest of the game with an S14. At the time, it was one of my favorite cars. B-Spec is a 50-50 chance-wise. Championships and endurance is 70-30, likely, while track editor is 20-80. I could say that, yeah. Okay, we're second in points at least. Why is the replay the first button? Okay, should get some cash from that. Okay. 3K, we can actually modify the car. Where are we headed to next? What's our last race at? So I'm guessing Grand Valley, if I had to guess. Am I right? I was right. Okay, so we're doing our qualifying at Grand Valley. The qualifying feature is really nice to have, honestly. I'm really a fan of that. It looks like, well, yeah, it does register gradual movement. I think the version I've done on this track in Assetto is like a modern version of this layout of Grand Valley when it still looks kind of like this. I haven't really played Assetto in a while, but I only really play it for being able to drive certain cars I can't drive in any other game. You know, Forza, the new Forza came out, and that alleviated not being able to drive the Cadillac V-Series LMDH, or V-Series R. Oh. Okay, that hill kind of caught me off guard there. See if I can not qualify in dead last this time. Come on. Ah! I figured that was going to happen. Let's see if I can... Okay, a lot of oversteer. See, that's going to be the biggest adjustment, is trying to manage the oversteer in these. I like speculating about things. It's what I'm most passionate about. I get that. I used to do a lot of speculation videos because I'm the same way. I like speculating on things. Okay, let's see. Where do we finish this time? We get a good result this time? Come on, please give me a good result. Crying out loud. How? How am I that far off the pace? There's no way. With how, like, you know, I just won the race at Grand Valley, or High Speed Ring, with ease. There's no way I'm 2 seconds off the pace. Oh well, we'll just show them what's up. Let's take some dubs. Alright. Already in the lead before turn 1. That's what I'm talking about. There's no way that I'm 2 seconds off the pace. Other than fighting the oversteer in this thing. Random off topic, perhaps. Opinion on Ruffle Waffle. I've watched a handful of his videos, and I find it really fun to watch. He's very thorough, I guess is the best way I can describe it, and how he does his video documentaries. I heard about him not too long ago, and I watched a handful of his videos, and yeah, I mean, I find them generally enjoyable. I haven't really watched a lot of Gran Turismo content creators. I mostly watch actual real-life automotive creators. It wasn't really until recently I started really paying attention to the gaming space again as a content enjoyer. Of course, obviously, I've always had a passion for making gaming content myself. I've just never really been a fan to watch it, you know. But I started watching him recently, and I have a lot of fun watching him now. I believe you have a skill like him, quick-minded, witty, analytical, understanding of cars, and you know what you're talking about. I appreciate that. I really do. He's new and he blew up fast. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, he blew up pretty quick. I mean, you know, he spoke a couple of times about how fast he just went from, like, you know, 500 subscribers to, like, what is he at now? Like, I think 10 or 15K? I have to go look again. I know he's up there. I can't remember the exact number off the top of my head. But he did the video documentary series on GT7, and that blew his channel out of the water. Like, crazy. So yeah, I mean, props to him. He's doing a really great job on his side of things. Oh, bogged it a little bit there. It's fine. We're walking away with a win, though. I am not losing this race like I did at Autumn Ring. Come on, through the S. Oh, a little twitchy. This is maybe where it gets me. And let our, I'm assuming, Spear horsepower at least over the MR2 to get ahead here. To fully get away. Matty, Raffle Waffle, or you, they were probably the only ones I've watched. He's at 24K. I figured he was up there now. I haven't watched Matty. I might need to get into him. Yellowbird is one I started watching recently. He does some really... He's a character. He's fun to watch. Let's see, do we take the win after that? What? That's lame. That one race at Autumn Ring completely screwed me over. That's nuts. I mean, whatever. I mean, I'll just throw some parts on this thing and I'll come back and I'll spank them all, but... So let's see, what else is there to do at this early point in the game? I recommend you to brake slightly earlier. That's what I'm probably going to have to start doing with this. A sprinkle of dust in Eden, Yellow Bird, and others, but I can identify skills, and you could definitely be up there too. I appreciate that. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm gonna have to get used to this. This game's got some physics that are a little bit necessary of adjustment, so I'm gonna have to do some work on that. What's the special event stuff? We've got the FR cars. We might do that next. We'll see if I can. Actually, let's modify this one first. Let's put some money into this car before I go entering it when apparently I'm really slow. So we'll do the obvious. Let's see, is there could do. I can afford sport. Let's do sport suspension. We'll do. Let's see. Did we just jump to a turbo? We just upgrade the turbo out of the gate. Not really that big of a jump. 211 horsepower. When the semi-sport exhaust would accomplish it. I get more power from doing the racing exhaust. Imagine playing this with a wheel. That would be something. That would be something for sure. I've noticed people only care when I talk sports, so I've stuck to it, but I had many interests. I'm the same way. Oh, what? I don't have enough money for that? Ah, crap. Darn it. Well, we'll just get the semi-racing for now. But yeah, I get that. I'm in a similar boat. I was born with Asperger's syndrome, so a lot of people I know the same way. That, like, if you aren't talking football with them, they don't care. So that's always been an adjustment. Now, thankfully, you know, there's a handful of car people in my family, so I'm able to be like, cars? And I get people jumping in. But, you know, that's not an every time thing. But, you know, I've got a lot of car people in my family now. But when I was younger, I mean, I was kind of, outside of my dad, a lone wolf on that. All right, let's see if our new modifications can help us out on the FR challenge. I think this game didn't even have prize cars, did it? See, my Snapchat's blowing up on my friends. Let's see. Oh, it's a pretty challenging condition to live with. A friend of mine has it. Oh, it's something. It took a lot of adjustment. It's, you know, like I said earlier, I was kind of an outcast in school. And, you know, just gotta find ways to work with it. And that's kind of been my life, is figuring that out. But it is what it is. All right, Grand Valley. We're back on Grand Valley, but now we're going backwards. So see if this. I can already tell right away. Just the body roll is a lot less. So I'm hoping that will benefit greatly with how this car drives. There's still a lot of oversteer I'm having to catch. That's probably gonna keep me from qualifying towards the top, but we'll see if the semi-racing exhaust does, if the power bump is enough to help us out. Oh, wow. Why does it pull to the right when I hit the brakes? It pulled straight to the right when I hit the brakes. I mean, at this point, I already know I'm not getting pole on this, but I'm trying. I could have turned in earlier. Come on, RX-7. Show me what's up. Come on. Get me at least out of last place. I may branch back out when I get monetized, but so then I'm about to head to the store. I definitely subbed when I seen your ability on your GT2 videos. One last bit of glazing before I go. You have the skill, the tone, and the mind to be a GT creator and even collaborate and hold your own entertainment-wise in videos, given your opinion. For sure. That's the kind of the goal, is to, you know, I think honestly I've found my niche when it comes to gaming. You know, obviously I have a lot of passion for Pokemon stuff, and eventually I may do Pokemon content again like I used to, but in tandem with GT. I think honestly GT stuff has always been my go-to when it comes to gaming content. What other PS2 and PSP games did you play as a kid besides GT3? So I didn't have a PSP as a kid. I got one when that was my 15th birthday gift when I turned 15. I was like, what was that, 2014? Yeah, 2014. So I had GT4 long before then. So I had like 2013. Yeah, as far as PSP, I played Midnight Club 3. Well, not Midnight Club 3, actually. I don't even have Midnight Club 3 on PSP. 8-Bitter's in the chat, my boy. Been a long time subscriber, both channels. But PSP-wise, yeah, I mean, I played Midnight Club Los Angeles. I'm getting curb stomped. Of course, GT PSP. I think it was really... I only have a handful of games for it. As far as PS2, outside of Gran Turismo, I played a lot of Need for Speed Underground and Underground 2. Midnight Club 3, obviously. I 100% in Midnight Club 3. That's the very first game I ever 100% completed was Midnight Club 3. Let's see, is it pulling to the right again? It is pulling to the right there. Okay, I'm getting bumped around. Man, how am I getting beat by 86s and S13s right now? What else did I play on PS3 or PS2 back in the day? I played mostly racing games. I also played, obviously, Lego Star Wars, stuff like that. When I wasn't, like I said earlier, if I wasn't playing Gran Turismo 3, I was playing Lego Star Wars or something of that nature. A favorite of mine, Motocross Unleashed. Motocross is kind of a big deal where I live because I live in the country. And, you know, it was a big deal. Dirt bikes and all that kind of stuff. I've been to a handful of motocross races. And this is not going well at all. Maybe I should have gone back to Sunday Cup and tried that again. Yeah, I loved that game. It's where I got introduced to one of my favorite bands, Breaking Benjamin. Got introduced to them through MX Unleashed, or Motocross Unleashed. What else did I play? I actually had Sonic Unleashed on PS2, which is a game that is quite divisive in that community. Excuse me. What else did I play? I had Taurus Trophy. That was the game I got on the same time as GT4. Of course, that was, you know, I was in my teenage years at that point. Let's see, what other... literally, my PS2 library is not too far away from me right now, and I could probably look over at it and name off what I played. But off the top of my head, I'm struggling. Man. I played Most Wanted at the original Most Wanted at a friend's house, or my cousin's house. Oh, no, not again, not again, not again. No! No! Come on! Same thing. I mean, I'm not going to be able to win this again. It's going to be just like how the Sunday Cup went. I'll spin out in the last lap on the first race. I'll win the other two, and I won't be able to win the actual championship. You know what? I'm restarting this. I'm not taking that. That's BS. Shouldn't be losing these races because of a stupid trip to the gravel in the last turn. That's stupid. That race is honestly kind of hard. I kind of wasn't expecting that. Definitely I'm not doing the endurances yet. Way too early in the game. Ford Racing 3 was good. I have Ford Racing 3. I got it. Man, I was going to the store. I was born in 1997, and my first game / console was Bugs Bunny Lost in Time on PS1 back in 01 and 02. Afterwards, I became a game addict. I'm the same way. The first, I think the first video game I have any conscious memory of playing was Gran Turismo 3. I don't think I played anything outside of that early on. Outside of Pokemon, obviously. I played Pokemon Leaf Green was one of the first games I played on the Nintendo side, and it's why, to this day, I still love Nintendo and Sony when it comes to consoles. I've evolved into more of a PC guy now, but I still own a PS5 and a Switch for those very reasons. I got my Switch a long time ago now. My Switch is like, it's not a launch Switch, but it's not too far after launch. It's when I finally was old enough to start working and made some money. I was born in 99, so not too far behind you. See what kind of power through this at full throttle. Nope. I tried it. I'm putting the pedal to the floor here. I'm trying really hard to get on pole, or at least close to it. Get out of last place. This game seems to have a vendetta against me. Come on, RX-7, let's go. Sorry, I'm going quiet. I'm focusing. And the final corner. Knowing this game, I'm going to wind up in last, but I'm doing my best, guys. The first game I remember playing was Star Wars Battlefront on PS2. I didn't have Battlefront, and I'm mad about it, the original Battlefront. I didn't get into the Star Wars games outside of Lego Star Wars until later. Battlefront, the Battlefront 2 that came out a couple years ago, the EA one, with all the microtransactions, the first Battlefront I've played. I'm not good. I'm not a big FPS guy. I'm terrible at them. So I only got it because it was on sale. I didn't even see where it ended up. I'm sure. Whoa! Oh, wait, nope, never mind. I was looking at the wrong thing. The FD got me. No wonder I'm in dead last. They all make more power than me, and the freaking 86 weighs less. No shot I'm winning this, but I'm gonna try. I remember I cried when my original PS1 disc fell apart. I get that. My Midnight Club 3 disc doesn't work anymore. I'm so upset about it. Because that was, you know, a game, like I said, that was the first game I ever 100%ed was Midnight Club 3. My Need for Speed Underground 2 disc actually is also kind of busted. I can't progress much past the first few races in the game. So I find myself when it comes to Midnight Club 3 and Need for Speed playing exclusively on emulators. Most of the time though, if I have the original disc and I want to play the game, I'll boot up on the original hardware. But if I'm like planning on making videos out of it, or things like that, like this, for example, I'll play it on an emulator. Yeah, I'm getting curb stomped. They have so much more power than me that it's a David versus Goliath match at this point. But if I can get some success out of this, maybe I can get enough money to buy some parts to be competitive. So I can stay out of the grass. Excuse me. Come on. Get past this S13. Come on. So I can get a bit of a draft here. I don't know if drafting's actually in the physics in this game, like it was in later games. I think 3 had it. I think I could draft in 3. It appears I can't here, because I'm just falling further behind now. Again with the pulling, what is up with that? Oh, the Supra getting some airtime there. The car's like just pulling around when it hit the brakes. It's really difficult to fight. Come on, get me on the podium at least. Come on. Dang it, come on. I know this car's got it in it to at least get on the podium. I don't think a race win's coming out of this car anytime soon, but oh, that was kind of sketch. Come on, I got to get past the Supra. If I can get past the Supra, I'll be happy. I'll bump him. There we go. We'll play dirty. Unintentionally. Unintentionally play dirty. But now I got to play defense on the S13 behind me, so that'll be the tricky part of this. Come on, podium. I'll take the podium, guys. I fully expected this to not be a race-winning car right now. After seeing how the Sunday Cup went, like, honestly, I'll take the win. Or I'll take the podium finish. I need some more power. I think a turbo upgrade might be next in line. And I need to figure out why it pulls when you hit the brakes. Because that might just be part of the physics, but it's really annoying. Then I rebought it a couple years later. Now I'm usually replaying it through emulation via DuckStation. Aside from Bugs Bunny, I played like 50 games on PS1. Yeah, I'm the same with PS2. I mean, I played a lot of games. I just can't remember them all right now for some reason. I cried my PS2 Slim stopped reading discs. I still have it, though. My original PS2 that I had when I was younger, well, I guess is the family one that we had when I was younger. We had the PS2 Fat. We had the big one. And it stopped working, and I was so sad about it. That's when we actually went through 2 Slims. Our first Slim also failed. The Slim we have now has been a tank. I have it still. It's sitting. Well, I mean, you guys can't see me, but it's sitting behind me right now on a shelf, and it still works. I still play games on it because on PC, on this PC for some reason, emulation isn't the best with PCSX2, but on my Steam Deck, out of all things, it runs emulation better with the same ROM files, the same BIOS files, the same setups, and everything. I don't know what about the Steam Deck makes it run better. Of course, it's a little bit different now since, I'm put Windows on that. That was kind of embarrassing hitting that wall, but I had a scratch in my face. My eye was itching. Should have paused it, but, lapse of judgment on that one. Hook the corner. Come on. Exit speed. Oh, we're in the grass. This car definitely doesn't have a race win in it, and it doesn't look like in terms of qualifying I'll be able to get it out of the bottom 3, if out of 6th, honestly. I'm pretty bummed about that. But we're early game. There's a lot of growing to do, a lot of chances of getting some new cars that will be able to... I know, GT1 did have prize cars. I remember that now. So I remember Ruffle Waffle did a video on it, and he was talking about prize cars in GT1. How they were just like different colored versions, special colored versions of certain cars. Oh, can't quite take the last corner flat out like you can a 7. I'm sure it's me 6th. I still have both my PS1 and PS2 fat, even though nowadays I prefer and rely on emulation. I get that. I mean, like I said, certain games, like if my discs are shot, I'll play them on an emulator. But like if I can, I'll play the actual hardware. Graphics tweaks are nice. I will say, being able to play Gran Turismo 4 at like 4K or whatever, 1440p, my monitor, that's sick. And the graphics tweaks we did for GT2 Plus when I did that playthrough was pretty fun too. Alright, come on. I know I'm way off the pace in this car, but I have faith that I can at least get on the podium here. I don't think this car's got a race win on it at this point, even with the modifications. I could probably win the Sunday Cup now pretty easily, but at this point with this cup, with the cars having substantial bit more power than me, I just don't think it's going to happen. The difficulty in this is a lot more intense than GT2. I will say that. I did not struggle this much in GT2. And maybe it's just my adjustment to the physics that I'm struggling with right now. Honestly, I'm going to bet I'm coughing because I've been talking for almost an hour and a half and I haven't had any water during that time period. Yeah, this is a struggle bus right now. Oh, was not paying attention at all. Completely blanked out, and that's going to cost me a little bit. Hate when that happens. I just like freeze up. My brain just like goes elsewhere. I was almost able to go flat out there. I might be able to go flat out there. I need more power, but getting freaking curb stomped. Sorry. Just bumped the A86 off. Alright, come on. Come on, little FC. I know you're overshadowed by the FD, but come on, give me something to work with here. I think outside of the couple of races we did in GT2 Plus with the FC convertible, this is the most seat time I've had virtually in an FC RX-7 in these games. Usually if I've wanted to drive an RX, I've jumped to the FD. Or in some games, the RX-8. Actually kind of like the RX-8. It's a shame they don't like living. Come on, slingshot on the F13. It's not enough. Come on. See how close I can get to him. Ooh, tail kicked out hard there. Come on, can I get back on the podium? I would just squeak back on the podium? Okay. I still no race win, but I mean... Uh-oh. Yep, there's the grass. Come on, stay in it. No. Sorry, Banana S13. I'm working on getting a laptop. May branch back into GT content. I work from a Note 9, unfortunately. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Everyone starts somewhere. I filmed my early gameplay videos on my main channel when that was where I would do my gaming stuff on my iPhone 5C, propped up using like a book to film whatever screen I was sitting in. My first Midnight Club 3 video I did on that channel was on my PS2 on a TV with a damaged LCD that displayed in red and black like a Virtual Boy. So everyone starts somewhere, and you know, as long as you have the passion and you just work really hard with it, you know, it'll go somewhere, you know. All right, we're moving on to the next event here. We're in our final race of the FR Cup. Obviously, you know, like I said, this is nothing really to write home about. And this has been a bit of a show. I've been getting curb stomped all stream. But however, only things work. This is a fact. I did a GT2 stream 2 years ago, tripod at TV. Hey, I mean, capture cards are expensive. And, you know, if it's not something you can easily afford or get a hold of, then, I mean, you know, that's how it goes. I mean, my capture card was a gift. I didn't even buy mine because they're expensive. You know, they're a lot of money, and then you have to have the computer to interface with it. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely in last place this one. This is already going great. You know, it's content creation has a price of entry that a lot of people don't understand, especially when it comes to making content on retro games. I mean, you know, it's an expensive place to start. So, you know, using a tripod and a camera aimed at your TV with a headset hooked up into the camera or not, just relying on the camera's onboard mics. It's how a lot of people get started. So, like I said, it's how I got started. I mean, it's just content creation is an expensive hobby, but if you push through it and you love it, then I mean, it's worth it at the end. I mean, this channel isn't monetized. My main one is. I don't make a lot of money from it. I treat my YouTube channel as like a side job for my actual job, and like I said, I make barely anything from it, honestly. But you know, a lot of the time, well, with my car channel at least, any money that goes from that channel goes immediately back into the car, whether, you know, it's paying for the car payment or, you know, assisting and paying for the parts that go on the car. I need to get into doing gameplays on Forza Motorsport. Like I said, I mean, that game, you know, me and you have talked about it. I can't get that game to behave on my my PC, and if this PC for some reason can't multitask and stream Horizon 5, which runs halfway decent on this thing, I can imagine Forza Motorsport, it's just not gonna work. So I definitely would need like an internal purpose-built graphics card for this PC to do that, which unfortunately I think I'm out of slots in my motherboard to do that. So my graphics card takes up a lot of space. I already know I'm gonna be starting dead last. I'm not even gonna try to say that I did better than last place. I'll say, I mean, I figured I was not getting out of 6th place on this one. We'll try our best. We'll try to come back as best we can here. Starting 5th. Come on, FC. Let's bounce back from that quality. That quality session was rough. Okay, or just everyone pull away. That works too. That S13, the banana S13 going dead last now. Take that. Totally didn't run him off the road last race. There was A86 I ran off the road last race. I didn't run the banana off, the banana S13. Huh? Or just get back around me. Okay. One day this car will be powerful enough to win races at the B license level. Maybe the game intends for you to start on the spot races that are meant to be easier. But for some reason in my brain it's just like, alright, let's just go straight for the kill. I'm used to the way that the career mode is structured in the later games, so like this is kind of just like a bit of a upheaval on me. But like I said, I didn't play this as a kid, so a lot of learning to be had here in how this game plays and the physics operate and all that stuff. Oh, a little bit of a skid there. That corner is the death of me in GT7, though. And like the revised version of this track. Well, technically the chicane at the end is the death of me. Every time I've ever gotten close to putting down a crazy lap on Grand Valley Highway 1 in GT7, has gone out the window at that final chicane, which I guess is technically the first corner in this, or the second corner in this. Is that Foo Fighters? Sounds kind of like Foo Fighters. I'm sure this video is going to get copyright claimed, or stream's going to get copyright claimed anyways. I don't know how to turn the music off. Yeah, this race I don't see myself getting past maybe 5th. There's a huge power deficit here. I mean, unless AI just completely goofs up like that. I mean, I need the other 4 of them to do that, or 3 of them, I guess, to do that. I know there's 4. Yeah, there's 4 of us. 4 of them ahead of me. I just gotta fight off the banana. If I can beat the yellow S13, I'll take it. GT2 does have some bangers. GT2's got really good music. Except for a minute when I was playing it, I got the same song like several races back to back, which was kind of weird. I think when it comes to GT though, GT3 had the best soundtrack of any of the Gran Turismo games. 4 was halfway good. 6 relies too much on 6 and 7 are both really bad about relying on jazz and classical. I think 3 and 4 had the best soundtracks, and then 2 was like right behind them. 5 was okay too, honestly. 5 had a pretty good soundtrack, but I think 3 and 4 had the best. Oh goodness, what a slide! No, no, come on! I want to at least beat the freaking yellow S13. If I can do that, I'll be happy. It looks like that's not going to happen. This car is not well suited to these events at all, unfortunately. I mean, unless I can dive bomb him right here. I tried it, but he was too far ahead of me to make that move work. Well, that's something. That's unfortunate. Well, that's something. Getting beat like 6th place on merit. All right. Well, let's see. What do we do? What do we do next? Because I'm not enjoying getting beat so badly, honestly. Let's see. What should our next point of attack be? I mean, we could probably do a spot race. I mean, at this point, it looks like that's really one of my only options to have a chance at winning a race. But it doesn't look like I've got access to like Special Stage Route 11 or anything yet. I think I have to do races at those tracks first to get access to them. So let's see. We've got a little bit of money now. Let's do some work on this car. Let's do. Can we bump up some Spoolie Boy action? Get up to 230 horsepower. I wish I could just go straight for the big boy. Make like 400 horsepower. Don't have enough for that. Nothing for that either. We could do the computer at least and get a couple horsepower out of it. It's not really enough of a difference though for me. Really not a lot to make this car that fast without like bumping up to the racing exhaust. And then upgrading the turbo. Let's see about intercoolers. Perfect. 60 credits to spare. Also RM for this. Looks like. I could go for the blue one. I don't mind the pink, but I'd rather the blue. Okay, let's see. We'll go to spot race. We'll try to spot race at Trial Mountain. Just because that's a track I do know. Alright, qualifying. See what this thing can do now. We've stuffed a little bit more power down it. Hopefully we'll have a little bit more success than we've been having. Alright. I do know this track very well. It's one of my favorites. Pretty much just among all the Gran Turismo tracks. Oops, did not mean to double shift that. Watch, this will be like, oh yeah, no restriction on license and car type, but here you go, let's put you against some freaking JGTC race cars. Like that, I fully expect that to happen. I don't even know what's in the running for this. I could totally see the game being like, ah, screw ya. See what this thing can do. Sees the big tree here? I don't see the big tree. Okay, coming up through the S here. Come on. Probably didn't need to brake that much. Now, in GT7, I can't go flat out here. But in this game, I sure can. And I am going to be dirty. Rally car. Actually, that might have punished me more than helped. Yeah! Yeah, NSX, an R32 GTR, an FD-RX-7 A-Spec, a Celica GT4, and a WRX. Sounds like a great race, guys. Great race. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother with that, dude. That's not even going to be a fair challenge. Nope. Not even going to be fair. Those cars are way faster than in this car. Why has this stream been recording this whole time? Oh, Shift S is my start key for recording. And when I typed in my PSN name, I hit Shift S. So that'll definitely do it. Okay. Let's see. I think I only got like, what, 60 credits? Time trial. Does time trial give any money? I don't think it does. And there's a special stage at 11. I think to close out the stream, we're getting up there in time. Maybe I'll redo Sunday Cup. But one of the last things we'll do tonight before we do the Sunday Cup again, try to recoup any chances of that. We'll do a lap at Special Stage Route 11. Yeah, really fun track. All right. Go ahead and just get into it. See what you can do. I love this track. I really, really wish they'd bring this back for GT7. I would pay an unreasonable amount of money for a DLC that features Special Stage Route 11 in it. It's my biggest request for GT7 is to bring this track back. Or for someone to put it in Assetto. That'd be just as good, honestly. You know, another game I've been really wanting to get a hold of is Auto Modelista. I know people say the US version of the game sucks, but kind of want to get it. And I don't speak Japanese good enough to... I can't speak Japanese at all to play the Japanese release. I really wish someone would release a mod for Auto Modelista that would give all the North American content to the Japanese game's physics, and then have all the English language added to it. I would buy that. Alright, let's see how bad the chicane actually is in this game. People said the chicane was way harder in GT1 than it was in GT3. It's not even that bad. I think the chicane on Dragon Trail is worse. On GT Sport and GT7. Okay. Actually, like I said, I really like this track. I really wish they'd bring it back for the newer games. Isn't this tunnel like open on GT3? Maybe once we finish this game up, probably, you know, barring the endurances, we'll do a GT3 live Let's Play. I would not mind playing that game again. I love that game to death. I would play Gran Turismo 3 live for you guys in a heartbeat. Oh man, a lot of slipping and sliding. I just figured I'd get my feet wet on Special Stage Route 11 for you guys. We'll go retry the Sunday Cup, so at least say we had some success for the day. It's been humbling today, to say the least, with this getting curb stomped so bad. I have never struggled this much in a GT game on merit. Oh, it's a 2-lap thing. That's fun. Okay. Okay. Oh, and lost it on the first corner. That's how you do it, fellas. That's how you do it. That's how you Gran Turismo right there. Alright. I'm having a lot of fun with this. As much as the game is killing me with the physics and, you know, getting the difficulty is so aggressive in this game compared to even GT2. I mean, I'm having a lot of fun with this. And I'm excited to play more of this for you guys as time goes on. I'm hoping that, you know, I'll get a bit of a newfound appreciation for this game because, like I said, I missed out on it, and this is the first time I've really played it for more than 10 minutes. You know. I do love this track, though. Say what you may about the chicane and its length. It's one of my favorite tracks, and I would love to see it back. Oh boy. That was a big slide. Okay, there we go. Okay, nail that. Little double apex there, a little bit, little double apex. It's kind of felt like those corners at Road Atlanta. I got to be there recently. That was a fun time. I was there for Petit Le Mans a couple weeks ago. I guess it's almost been a month now. Wow, time's gone by. Ah, turned in too early, and I lost it again. Wow, that's why I really need to stick to front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive cars, huh? Okay, no biggie. We'll rebound. I'm already know I'm going to fail to beat my first lap time because I spun out twice, for crying out loud. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't want to see myself completely screwing the pooch on that one. All right. Last thing we'll take care of today is we'll go back and retry the Sunday Cup. I at least want to say we won something today. We will play dirty if we have to, but I'd like to win something. Oh, I'm just going around everywhere. Okay, back to the Sunday Cup. We got second last time by 2 points. It was a 2-point difference from winning the entire thing after placing dead last in race 1, and second place where I wound up. So hopefully now we've got a lot more power. We got some suspension upgrades. We've got an exhaust. We should be able to, pull up a win. Hopefully. Come on, little RX-7. Hopefully I'll be able to actually out-qualify the MR2 this time. Got to see how it handles this corner. We all saw how I liked it at the beginning. Still hates it. I'm still in the grass. And I still spin out. So I'm guessing I'll be starting in dead last once again. There's something with that corner that kills me. And this game is determined to make sure I start from the back, huh? I need to find a method of attack for that corner. For some reason, these smaller courses like that just do not agree with this car. Let me guess, dead last. Yep, there it is. There it is. Absolutely fantastic. It's fine. We got the horsepower now to back this up. And the suspension upgrades. Suspension's more important than horsepower. In my opinion, the ethos to build a car for me is to do suspension and then power. That's always how I've liked to operate when it came to owning faster cars. My truck that I had before I had my current car wasn't really able to do that because the truck wasn't going fast anytime soon, and there was no really good handling options. It's a truck. I mean, shoot. Come on, don't spin out, don't spin out, don't spin out, and we spun out. But the AI gave me a bit of a boost. Out of the way. I can get around this Demio. I'm not going to let a Mirage win the race here. What was that, a Daihatsu? Or the Mirage is the Mitsubishi. I don't know what that is. Okay, there we go. Money right there. Easy dub, ladies and gents. Ching! There we go. There was no chance they would beat me that time. Alright. Oh, there was a Scarlet. There's a Starlet. I had a friend who used to have a Starlet. Like when they first became legal to import. 3 Gs. I'll take it. I think that's better than GT3, like the first race of the Sunday Cup. I think you only got like 1,500 credits for that. For winning that. Alright, we're at High Speed Ring. We should have a much easier time qualifying towards the top in this race. The lack of the MR2 also makes me think I got a bit of an easier grid this time. I'd have liked to have had the MR2 to have some real competition, but I did qualify and did last at Autumn Ring, so could get proven wrong here. If I can get this car dialed in and get familiar enough with the physics, I think this would be a great car for the early game. I mean, obviously, it's better than anything in Gran Turismo 3's early game. I mean, like, you know, the PT Cruiser, you know, the A86 and the Miata, the Daihatsus. I mean, like, obviously, this is a way better car to start with than pretty much anything you can start with in GT3. I think that's what gives GT4 kind of an edge in terms of, like, how I feel about the content. Is that, like, Gran Turismo 4, you could start with an Evo 1 or an Evo 2 when they use car dealership. Gran Turismo 3, you get a PT Cruiser. A PT Cruiser. I will say, the little bit of appreciation I had for the PT Cruiser when I was younger was because of GT3. Once I got old enough to realize those things are not really the kind of car I'd want to buy, yeah. Lost my fandom for him, for sure. Also don't really like Chrysler all that much, though. It's an automotive conglomerate. I guess Stellantis now, but... Let's see. There we go. There's the pole position. No chance of Starlet was 2/10 behind me on that. There we go. Give me that extra cash for the pole. It's crazy to think. Like, this game came out, I think, what? Michael Schumacher had just signed with Ferrari in F1, something like that. Alright, time to beat that Starlet. Off we go. Like I said, kind of a little bit of advertising here. If you guys play GT7, I have my PSN pinned in the chat. We're looking for some people to join in on an esports series. It's a multi-class endurance series. It's 40-minute races with a 10-minute qualifying session. We've got the amount of races and where they're going to be held finalized. You just don't have a set schedule just yet. So, yeah, if you guys are interested, go hit us up. We've got a lot of seats remaining. Let's see, there's, I think, 4 of us, like, in my group. So, 4 out of 16 seats are taken up. There's still plenty of seats to be had. Yeah, my PSN's pinned in the chat if you guys are wanting to get involved in that at all. Pretty good run so far into this first lap here. Around the final corner. Alright. Use our superior straight line speed now that this car's modified to run away a little bit. Not as bad as I thought. I figured I'd be sprinting away from the rest of the pack here, but they're keeping right up with me. Ah, shoot. A little bit, probably came in a little too hot there. Usually when I can hear them behind me is when I know they're catching up, so. Alright, let's nail this. Alright, and there we go. Across the line in race 2. With a pretty easy win. But I mean, we started on pole, for crying out loud. It wasn't going to be that hard, but we were in a great place to start. I could place last in the next race and probably still win this. Am I going to? No. I hope. Making a lot more money this go around. I'll put some money and actually win the FR Cup next time. Who knows? Alright, Grand Valley East. Had some pretty good luck in this race last time. In this cup in particular. Alright, off we go. With a lot more power. Fastest lap is a 1:16.5. I don't know if that's for qualifying or if that's my fastest run. We'll have to wait and see. Let's see. I'm so used to playing on Grand Valley in like the Porsche 919 on Gran Turismo 7. So I'm like, man, this thing is slow. And I'm like, well, duh. It makes 200 horsepower versus 900. And the voice cracks have been off the chain today. Goodness gracious. What's been going on with me today? I guess because I've been doing this for almost 2 hours now and no water whatsoever because I forgot to fill my cup up before I got started with this. I usually keep a cup of water when I do these live streams, and I forgot. Oops. But oh, that was a little sketch. It's fine. It's fine. We always recover. And on to the home straight. Hopefully there's a halfway decent time. It looks like the fastest lap time is not happening. I will at least beat my total record from before, a 1:21.6. I mean, it's not great. Just the fastest lap was a 1:16.5. There's no way that these guys are putting up those times. Yeah, I figured. I would hope that I could actually beat the Sunday Cup now. All right. Our final event of the night. All right, well, it's nighttime now. Yeah. Sun's down. 7 o'clock, so, that's the norm now. All right, let's go. Two-lap battle here, or blasting ahead from pole. Starting to get a little familiar with the physics, but probably not enough to be hyper competitive anytime soon. Ah, shoot. Yep. Come on. I know this thing's got some sauce now. I think some tires might be next in line, honestly. Get a little bit more power out of it if we can get the racing exhaust and maybe a turbo upgrade. One of the stages in on turbo. Might be pretty good. But definitely tires. Tires, I think, are going to be our next big win here with this car. Honestly, don't know that if I go for like I think it's like the sports softs, or if I go straight to like racing hards. I really don't know which one would be the better option. So I know racing hards would be the more affordable. Ah, crap. That's not good. Oh, man. Karma's got me for saying that I won't finish last in this race, huh? All that talking, and it bit me in the butt. We can come back, ish. Maybe not a win. Well, maybe. We're flying up. Oh goodness, the poor EK hatch. I'm sorry. I don't care for the red car. I don't want to hurt the Civic. Okay, we're at least back in the podium places. Okay, back in second. Can I squeak past the Starlet? Oh no. Oh, we're in the grass. Phew. Okay. We rebounded. Oh yeah, we'll get past the Starlet. We're gonna get past the Starlet. Ow. Get out of the way. Nope. I didn't mean to bump him, but kind of happened that way. And across the line. All right. Actually, I was just thinking about it just now. I think I did play either this or GT2 one time when I was a kid. One of my cousins, I think, had it. But obviously, this point, GT3 and GT4, I think at that point it had existed. There we go, 12 grand. I'll take it. I mean, we're doing much better than we were. Championship bonus, okay. Okay, yeah, we're in good shape now. All right. So do we get anything cool? Okay, we have a new car. Let's go check the garage out, see what we got. And that'll be where we wrap things up for the night, because it's been... Honestly, I'd never stream this long. Usually hour and a half max, but I know you guys love this content, these older Gran Turismo games, and, you know, always had... I think, like I said earlier, I think I found my niche when it came to these... to gaming content. It's definitely GT. Alright. Oh, it's the Demio. At least it's the Mazda Speed Demio. Question is, do we play with this thing or not? Because, I mean, 94 horsepower is... But maybe we'll have some fun with it. RX-7's definitely got some work to be had, but, you know, we're doing the best we can. I think we've got some cash now. We could look into some other options. I think we're almost to the point of buying Evo. Oh, we could buy an Evo. We could just break the game and go for the Evo. What colors we got? We got white, silver, black, red, blue. I'll probably go Scotia white, just kind of like a harken back to RS's. But I think I'll leave you guys on the hook. We'll deal with that in next episode. I have the best luck with Evos, so... Go ahead and save. It doesn't take... it takes a little bit less time than an actual hardware, I guess. But alright, guys. I think we're going to wrap this up. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And I will see you guys in the next stream. Take care, guys, and have an awesome